Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. You want to say hello?
Hello.
Oh my goodness. So we just came from church, which was really, really good, but we wanted to talk a little bit about not just church, but also like our date night. Like, we had date night and it was a lot of fun. We went rock climbing, and I haven't done rock climbing in a really long time, so that was like my first time again.
I never did it.
And he never did it, and he was so fearless doing it. Like, he literally just went on there and conquered and went to the top every time. You know what I'm saying? Me, on the other hand, that first time I got scared and I was just like, oh my God, I think I gotta stop. He was like, no, keep going, keep going. I was like, no, I'm getting scared, I gotta stop. And then the other times I end up going to the top, because in that moment, like, I realized that I had to just take a step back and I had to just think about my next move, which was so ironic because church was about the audacious faith. And when you have audacious faith, you have to be fearless, right? You have to be fearless in every step that you make, and you can't be afraid of taking the next step and thinking about the next step, but most importantly, knowing that God has you the whole way through. And it's crazy to think about how our date night applies to, you know, what we heard in church. And essentially, everything that we do in life is like, you can apply it back to God, and how you can see God's grace and his mercy and just his presence in everything. And like, in that moment when I was rock climbing, I was scared and I wanted to stop and I wanted to give up. But when you lean on God and you lean on his understanding and you lean on your faith in him, you don't worry about what's below you. You worry about what's above. And you worry about that next step and giving all to him and having faith in him. And I don't know, it was just really interesting to see how that all applied together, and to just see God moving even in our date night. You know what I'm saying? Like, in our date, to say the least.
Oh yeah, because as soon as we got there, it's supposed to be $20 per person, but
yes,
it was National Climbing Day, so it was $10 per person.
I didn't even know that, because we looked online. We was like, okay, so we're gonna probably do this date, this is how much we're gonna spend, yada yada. And when I came back from the car, he was like, oh, it's only $25. I was like, what?
Yeah, I had to have that chart.
I said, look at God. I said, that was a saving. It was meant to be. It was meant for us to have a date night. It was meant for us to do rock climbing, and it was meant for us to do something different than the norm. Because we always do movies, we always do dates, you know, like dinners and stuff like that, or bowling. But let's do something different. Let's go do rock climbing. Let's be adventurous. Let's try something different. And it was his first time, and he just did so good. And then he had a good time doing it. And now I want to go back again, to say the least. Like, I want to
try different things in your relationship. Stop doing the same thing all the time. Mm-hmm. Especially people that live in the city that we in. Y'all always talking about it's so boring, it's this, it's that. You can only go to the club so many times. They're going to play the same song, same playlist they done had since 2008. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing changed. Mm-mm. Go do something else. There's so much other things to do. They're bringing a lot of things to Jacksonville, so go explore. Look on Groupon if you're finna go on a date, or just Google stuff.
See what's available in your city, you know, see what you can do that's different. You don't necessarily have to do the same exact thing, because that gets boring. Like,
go to another city
and do something. But no, we really enjoyed ourselves rock climbing, and I definitely want to do it again. And now we're thinking about doing either velocity or, what was it, indoor skydiving. We really want to do the real skydiving, which we were supposed to do for my 23rd birthday, my 23rd birthday. But we went out there, paid for it, was ready to go, but it just wasn't intended for us that day. Like, the wind was too strong where we weren't able to, unfortunately, skydive, but we were ready. You get what I'm saying? And everything does happen for a reason. But even in thinking about us doing rock climbing yesterday, it made me think, like, we can do skydiving. You know, we're fearless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't afraid. And it was crazy because there were other people that were there, and like, you saw them, you know, taking their time, really analyzing how to climb up the rocks and get to the top. And we just came in there and we were just like, let's do it. You know, like, we literally got a rock and just, you know, started climbing. We didn't think about how we were going to do it. But once you're in that moment and you're stuck and you're trying to figure out your next step, you do stop and you do think. And
if y'all go, I recommend get that chalk for your hands.
That's because he got sweaty hands. That's exactly what that is. Because I was perfectly fine without my chalk. And I still climbed. But it was such a relief. We both said this. When you found that rock that had that good grip, oh my goodness.
I got like a little cup, like you can put your hands on it. Someone you can just grab, but someone you can like kind of
those
get your
cups,
fingers in. Those
if you know what I'm talking about, them cups were heaven when you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to get up there and you're trying to get to the next step. But it definitely applies to life circumstances and like how you're going to have challenges in your life, but you have to take those steps that are risky. You know, those things that, like, in order for you to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. And I think, you know, the more that we get uncomfortable, the more we rely on our faith and our faith in God to know that he's going to continue to bring us through and that blessings are going to arise and they're going to arise and they're going to keep coming. But, no, I mean, we just wanted to share our date night, and today's sermon was really good. Little man is knocked out in the back seat, so if you're wondering where he is slumped, as you can see. Church wore him out, but
He's been up since 6:30. That's what.
Yeah, he did. And I wanted to say, you know, like, as important date night is, because it really is important to have date night. You know what I'm saying? We have to be appreciative of the people who make date night happen, especially for parents. Like, for us, we have to find arrangements. You get what I'm saying? And thank God my mother is willing to watch Cairo, and she's happy. She's thrilled to watch him. You get what I'm saying? So
we don't abuse it though.
We don't abuse it. No.
I don't see y'all with y'all kids that much, but to each his own.
Yeah. To say the least, like, where we go, Cairo goes. Point blank, period. I want my son with me.
Y'all and say people.
Yeah. Where my son goes, we go, and we're going to do things as a family. And when it's necessary for us to have date night, which is imperative in our relationship, because you have to continue to date your partner. You can't just, oh, we're in a relationship, we got the title, or oh, you're married, we got the title, and you just get complacent. You get comfortable. You can't get complacent.
Women, you can't stop, and guys, you can't stop, like, having fun with each other. Don't get complacent and be like, oh, I already took her on dates. We already did this. I've been bought her flowers. I've been bought her this, that, whatever.
I like flowers.
You still got to continue to do them.
Exactly.
Things, that's the thing that made that person like you more, fall in love with you more, appreciate those things that you was doing. So, you know, you got to keep that up in a sense.
Yeah, you got to continue the chase. You get what I'm saying? Just because you got the prize doesn't mean that you just stop. You know, you got to continue to chase. You got to continue to keep that spark going in the relationship. And ladies, you still have to keep the spark going in your relationship. Doing the things that your man desires. You get what I'm saying? Making those sacrifices or just going out your way just to show him that you care. Whatever it is. You know, you have to still do your part. It's not just, you know, them doing their part and chasing. You got to make them have something to chase. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to do other things, you know? But, no, I definitely want to shout out the parents or whoever takes care of people in the event that parents want to go out and have a date night. We appreciate you because, honestly, if we didn't have you in our lives, we wouldn't be able to do the date nights and have these experiences, especially as parents. You know, we're constantly, you know, just being in a routine almost in a sense. You go to work, you come home, you know, you cook, you clean, you do your parenting, you do your relationship stuff. But, you know, when it comes down to actually having a date night, it takes a little bit more preparation, to say the least. You know, so we appreciate. Yeah, when you have children, it takes preparation.
So you definitely need to get that time with your significant other, because majority of the time you're gonna have your child. So you definitely need that alone time, time to go out and have fun, time to, you know.
He was so ready. Oh my God, he was so ready. He was like, bed to ourselves? Oh my God.
Because his feet be in my ribs. I be on one side. I can't even really move how I want to move.
Exactly. And meanwhile, I mean, it's still a challenge for us. We're trying to get him in his room, in his crib. But like every parent, I'm sure, who knows, they probably got either the crib at the edge of their bed or a pack and play at the edge of their bed, or they got the other room but they still not in the room, or whatever the case may be. Your baby's still by your side, essentially. But we're trying to get him eventually in his bed, but it's a process. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no rule book to parenthood. You know, you can listen to what everyone says and what people have told you. Like they said, the old birds, they tell your grandparents, they tell you, oh, this is what you need to do. my mama told me we stayed in the bed for a little while. You get what I'm saying? And it's gonna take time. So you're gonna find your rhythm. You get what I'm saying? But
you necessarily gotta take everything from everybody. You gotta do what you gotta do. At the end of the day, it's your child, you the parents. So you can take other people's advice and use it if you see fit, or take what you need from it, but everything don't work for everybody.
Yeah, that is a true statement. It definitely is a true statement. No, but is there anything else that you wanted to add, darling?
No, not that I can think of at the moment.
Okay, well, we wanted to share our date experience with you guys, and we hope you guys are encouraged to try something new, or to just go out and have a date with your spouse or your significant other or whoever it is, and just, again, show your partner that you care for them, that you love them. Those daily affirmations are important. I appreciate you. I thank you for what you do, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't let the work of our partners go unnoticed, to say the least. But yeah, definitely be encouraged. Go out, have a date. Thank the people who do make it possible. Don't ever be too shy to say thank you. Like, we got some ungrateful people in this world. Like, really, we really do. Like, I think I say thank you too much, and people be looking like it's enough, and I'm like, no, it's not enough, because I'm appreciative of what you do, and you may not be appreciative of what you do, but I do. You get what I'm saying? So just appreciate those people who are in your lives and make things happen for you, alongside being able to go and have date night and have it and enjoy it and make the most out of it. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.
They really went to the top. God. Are you coming down? Just kick back. Okay? Woo.